Welcome to PowerBI 101.
Hi, my name is Ephraim, and I'm so excited. This is my very first tutorial video, and honestly, I'm so excited. In my previous post on TikTok, I explained that there are 3 key steps in Power BI dashboard creation. There is first the backend, the model view, and the front end, aka the visualization aspect. The backend is where cleaning and loading of the data sets happens. At the beginning of this video, I'm starting off showing off how we can use Excel to clean our data, process our data in the sense of removing errors and removing blank spaces. From here, you can see different cities, regions, and a lot of other things. You can use Excel or SQL to clean your data before loading it into Power BI. Now, after the files have been cleaned and pre-processed, the next step is to load them into Power Query. This is also a tool for cleaning and manipulation of data. From above, we see that to load a file, we first need to click the get source or new source. We see different types of files in Power BI. Used for this dashboard is a CSV file. After clicking it, we see a drop down menu comes up and we pick the current CSV file we want to visualize and load it into Power Query. Now here we check if the data corresponds to each other. We are done, we click OK and it is loaded into Power Query. Once that is done, you can see the very same image that's showing right now. We have to do this for multiple files as we are incorporating different CSV files. This is going to be done a couple of times depending on the amount of CSV files you have and you want to load within the Power Query. In this present dashboard, we have the product, the region, the salesperson, and the salesperson's region. Each of these files have its own unique key and unique data within it. And it also follows exactly the same process. And it also creates the same process in loading this data into the Power Query. We see exactly the same steps I explained previously is what is used for each and every single CSV file loading. Now, after each data has been loaded into Power Query, we can also use the Power Query to edit, manipulate, and further pre-process each of the files. We can change their data types. We can change the date format. We can create new columns. We can delete errors, remove duplicates. So many other activities can be done here in Power Query. In subsequent times, I'll be creating videos that show how you can use the Power Query properly. Moving on, the next step I talked about before was the model view. I call this the spider web because it connects different tables into different relationships. I like to think of it as the petroleum industry. In the petroleum industry, there's the upstream, the midstream, and the downstream. So in Power BI, there are certain relationships that follow certain formats. There is the one-to-one relationship, many-to-many relationship, one-to-many relationship. I will also do subsequent videos on just the model view. Now here, the relationship active is the many-to-one relationship, or rather the one-to-many relationship. Here we see some sort of a downward system where each data, or rather each table, is interconnected to one table. That means it means a lot of tables are connected to just one table. And in this table, some key identifiers which every data analyst needs to be aware of. There are the primary keys and the foreign keys. The primary keys are usually found in tables where the table has a singular item. For instance, take the data model view above. We can see at the course of the arrangement, product view, person, region, and other data components arranged in a straight line, each having its own unique individual columns related to the name of that table. The table above houses the primary key. On the other hand, one below this table is the foreign keys. These have keys that are related to the other primary keys in each of the tables above. Now, these tables are going to be linked together, and when one is driven or one is brought out, it's going to affect the other. Here we see how the connection process takes place in Power BI. Each primary key from the individual tables connect to a single foreign key in the sales table. This is called an entity relationship diagram, and it is the most advisable form of relationship data analysts are said to have or to use. Also, still on this video, we can see that one table doesn't have a primary ID that will connect to the other table, the sales table, meaning there is no foreign key that can connect to that table above. Hence, we create a snowflake data model. What does that mean? It simply means interconnecting different tables to each other. Think of it like this. Let's say I am friends with person A. Person A is friends with person B. Me, person A, and person B all meet together. We roll as friends, even though me and person B don't really know each other. That's exactly what is happening here. Although this relationship is not advisable, seeing as it might cause some errors if not taken care of properly, it is still a valid relationship. By the side, you can see another pane that shows the properties of the relationship when we click on the connector lines. Now, these are very good for making proper, correct relationships. I really recommend when creating your data model, you always pay attention to the properties pane. Also, in subsequent videos, I will be breaking down this data model that I just did here into smaller chunks so that you will understand every step with ease. Don't worry, I got you. Now we are officially through with the back end of this present dashboard. Our data have officially been loaded into the Power BI from the Power Query. Data has been manipulated and cleaned. And now we have created an entity relationship diagram which has created a cross relationship linking all tables together. That simply means if I want to see, let's say, the quantity of sales and I want to see it in a particular region, I don't necessarily have to put everything in one. It's all interconnected. Now stay tuned to my page as I would be explaining the visualization aspects very soon. Thanks for watching and I hope you learned something from this. Bye.